So it looks like Xander Bogarts could be on the move. Astros starter suffers a scary injury, and Michael Conforto says he's ready to play ball. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, before we get into it, please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Next, go over, smash the red button, go subscribe. That is the best way to show your support here on the channel. Then go over, ring that bell, get notified so you know when exactly I'm pumping out great baseball content. And finally, if you want to get active, go down below in the comment section. I would love to hear your thoughts on the stories I'll be covering here today. So first, the Houston Astros starter Jake Odorizzi suffered a horrendous injury last night in Boston while on the mound. Now, Odorizzi exited the series opener at Fenway Park on Monday in the bottom of the fifth inning with a left lower leg discomfort after going down on an attempt to cover first base. Now, Odorizzi threw a cutter to Kike Hernandez, who hit it to the first baseman, Yuli Gurriel. Now, as Gurriel recorded the out at first, Odorizzi collapsed, face down next to the mound. Now, head trainer Jeremiah Randall and the Astros training staff immediately came out, and Odorizzi exited on a stretcher. Now, this really sucks considering that, Odorizzi was just starting to find himself on the mound, and prior, to the injury in the fifth, the right-hander retired the first 9 batters in the Red Sox lineup on just 32 pitches. Not to mention, before the start on Monday against Boston, Odorizzi was looking like the man back in Minnesota, as in his previous 2 starts, he combined to only allow 1 run in 12 in 2/3 of an inning and managed to nab his first 2 wins of the season. So it just really sucks. You never want to see this injury from anybody on any team. When I saw him go down, it's just like, oh man, you cringe when you look at someone go down like that, whether a pitcher, a position player. There's nothing worse than what happened to Odorizzi than getting hit in the head. Now next, it looks like Michael Conforto could finally find a new home, as his agent, Scott Boras, told the Post that the 29-year-old outfielder could sign sometime after the MLB draft in July, and that, quote, multiple teams remain interested. Now, it's unlikely that Conforto will sign before the All-Star break, because if that were to happen, the team who signs Conforto will be forced to lose their 2nd and 5th round draft picks to the Mets. Now, in my opinion, I believe that Conforto would be a nice pickup for any team looking for pop. However, I understand that the power numbers are down at the previous 2 seasons, as he only was able to crack 23 home runs between 2021 and 2020. But Scott Boras told the Post that Conforto is ahead of his rehab process and that he could be ready sometime in September. Now, in order for him to be eligible for the postseason, he would have to be part of a team's 40-man roster or be placed on the 60-day IL before September the 1st. I don't think the 60-day IL, I think it's more like just the IL in general. I don't know why they put 60 there, but I think it's just placed on the IL in general, whether it's the 60-day, the 10-day, I don't think that's quite right in the article. But nonetheless, I see Conforto working out like Jock Peterson did for the Dodgers for whatever team he decides to sign with. Now, that being a guy who possesses great power off the bench. But at the same time, you as the team want to make sure that Boras and Conforto are telling you the truth when it comes to Michael's overall health. Because, you don't want to sign this guy thinking he's okay. He comes out late September or, God forbid, in the playoffs, and he hurts himself. That means, well, he's ineligible to play the full series. I mean, could you imagine if, let's just say, a team like, I don't know, the Padres or something signed him, and, he goes out there, he signs, gets into October, he gets hurt game 1 of a, divisional series, and then he's out for the whole series. I mean, that's not good. You have to keep him on the roster until the series ends. That is how it works when it comes to injuries that occur in the postseason here in MLB. So again, you got to be careful when you're a team looking to add a bat like Michael Conforto here this season. Now, finally, it looks like the Red Sox could be in sell mode sooner than we think, as MLB.com's Mark Feinsand polled 24 front office executives on a number of topics, including the biggest name they think will be moved prior to this year's trade deadline, and that name was Bogarts. He was one of the most popular picks. Now, if Boston does decide to explore trading Bogarts, the St. Louis Cardinals could be the best fit for him. This is according to John Paul Morosi of MLB.com. Now, of course, St. Louis optioned the struggling veteran Paul DeYoung to AAA on Tuesday, as they have seen their shortstops record a .455 OPS this season, which is the worst in the senior circuit. So in my opinion, I do believe that moving Bogarts is the best move for Boston, considering they were unable to get him on a contract extension and have him stay in Boston before the season started. Now, moving Bogarts doesn't mean that his time in Boston is over. In fact, I think the Sox could move Bogarts now and get 2 to 3 top prospects from the Cardinals, like an Angel Rodon or a Nolan Gorman, and then go back out there this offseason and try to sign Bogarts to a long-term deal once the winter hits. In my mind, this would be a win-win for the Red Sox. Now, the only way I could see them actually losing in this scenario is that Bogarts goes out there, has a monster stint with the Cardinals in the second half and in the postseason, which could possibly drive his price outside of the Red Sox budget. But I realistically don't see this happening, considering that the Red Sox have no problem spending money, and they never have. That's the way I see it playing out for Boston and Bogarts. Trade him now, get the most you can for him, because God forbid he gets hurt, then, your whole plans are ruined just because of that little fact. And with that, that is all I got for today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts. And as always, I will catch you guys later.